Om Shanti. Madhuvan Murli, 2023, November 2. Today's Mahabhagya essence. Sweet children, make yourself ever free from disease with the medicine of remembrance. Instill the habit of remembrance and of spinning the discus of self-realization, and you will become conqueror of sinful actions. Questions. What is the sign of the children who are constantly concerned about their progress? Today's answer. Every act of theirs will always be on the basis of Srimad. The Father Srimad is, children, do not be body conscious. Keep a chart of your pilgrimage of remembrance. Keep a record of your account of profit and loss. Check for how long you stayed in remembrance of Baba and for how long you explained to others. Today's song. You are the ocean of love, therefore wander from you. Details. Om Shanti. When you sit there, you have to sit in remembrance of the Father because you are body conscious. Maya does not allow many of you to stay in remembrance. Some remember their friends and relatives, whereas others remember food and drink, etc. When you come there, invoke the Father just as they invoke Lakshmi. When they worship her, however, she does not really come. Whether you say remember the Father or invoke him, it is the same thing. It is by having remembrance that your sins will be absolved. You are not able to imbibe this knowledge because you have committed many sins. This is also why you are not able to remember the Father. The more you remember the Father, the more you will become conqueror of sinful action and the more healthy you will become. It is very easy, yet Maya, the sins of the past, present you. The Father says, for half a cycle you have been remembering me inaccurately. You invoke him in a practical way when you know that he is going to come and speak a Murli. However, this habit of remembrance must be instilled. In order to make you free from disease, the surgeon gives you medicine. Remember me. Then you will come to meet me. You will attain your inheritance by remembering me. Remember the Father and the sweet home. Keep in your intellect the place you are to return to. Only the Father comes here and gives you the true message. No one else can give you God's message. Others come down here onto the stage to play their part. They forget who God is. They do not know God. In fact, they cannot be called messenger. It was human beings who gave them that name. They come down here to play their part. So how would they remember him? While playing their parts, they have to become impure. Then at the end, they have to become pure. It is the Father who comes and makes them pure. You become pure by remembering the Father. The Father says there is only one way to having purification. Forget all your bodily relation, including your one body. You know, I am a soul. I have been given the order to have remembrance. By following this order, you will be called obedient. The more effort you make in this, the more obedient you become. If you have less remembrance, it means that you are less obedient. It is the obedient one who claim a high status. The Father's first order is remember me, your Father, and secondly imbibe this knowledge. If you do not stay in remembrance, you will have to endure a great deal of punishment. You will receive a great deal of wealth if you continue to spin the discus of self-realization. God speaks, remember me, and spin the discus of self-realization. That is, understand the beginning, the middle, and the end of the drama. Recognize me and understand from me the beginning, the middle, and the end of the cycle. These are the two main aspects. You have to pay attention to this. If you pay full attention to Srimad, you will claim a high status, become one with merciful heart, and show the path to everyone. Bring benefit to them. Create a method to take all your friends and relatives on this true pilgrimage. Those are physical pilgrimage, whereas this is a spiritual pilgrimage. No one else has this spiritual knowledge. All of their knowledge is just the philosophy of the scripture. This is spiritual knowledge. This Supreme Spirit gives this knowledge in order to explain to the Spirit, and he then takes them back home. When some children come and sit here, it is just for the sake of it. They have no concern for their own progress. They have great deal of body consciousness. If they were to become soul conscious, they would be merciful and follow Srimad. They are not obedient. The Father says, keep a chart of how long you stayed in remembrance and at what time you stayed in remembrance. Previously, you used to keep a chart. Acha, even if you do not send your chart to Baba, at least keep it with you. Look at your past and see if you have become worthy of claiming Lakshmi. Business people keep their accounts. Some people keep an account of their whole day's activity. It is as though they have the hobby of writing it. It is very good to keep an account of how long you stayed in remembrance of Baba and for how long you explain to others. If you keep such a chart, you can make a lot of progress. The Father gives you advice about that you should do. Your children have to make your own progress. Those who are to become the bead of the rosary have to make a great deal of effort. Baba has said that this rosary of Brahmin cannot be created now. It will only be created at the end when the rosary of Rudra is created. The beads of the rosary of Brahmin keep changing. Those who are in the third or fourth number today become the last one tomorrow. There is such a difference. Some fall and become degraded. They do not just fall out of the rosary. They go and become cremated for the subjects. If you want to be threaded in the rosary, you have to make a great deal of effort. Baba gives you very good advice on how to make self-progress. Baba says this to everyone. Even someone who is doomed can remind others of the Father with a signal. He can go even higher than those who are able to speak. Someone who is blind or crippled can claim a status higher than those who are healthy. A signal is given in a second. Liberation in life is a second, has been remembered. As soon as you belong to the Father, you certainly do service the inheritance, but the status you receive is surely number-wise. As soon as a child is born, he receives the right to his inheritance. Here all of you souls are males, and so you have to claim from the father a right to the inheritance. Everything depends on your effort. But it would then also be said that you made the same effort in the previous cycle too. This is boxing with Maya. The Pandava fight with Maya, Ravan, so make effort and become the master of the world with a double crown, whereas other become maid and servants of the subjects. All are studying here. A kingdom is being established. Baba's attention is definitely drawn to the leading beads. It is understood from their effort how much progress the 8 beads are making. It is not that he knows the secret of everyone's heart, that he reads what is happening inside everyone. No, to be Janan Har means to know everything. It is not that he knows everything in each one's heart. Janan Har means to be knowledgeful. He knows the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. It is not that he would sit and read what is in the heart of each one. Do you think I am a thought reader? I am Janan Har. That is knowledgeful. The past, present, and future are called the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. I know the repetition of this cycle, how it repeats. I come to teach you, children, this knowledge. Each one of you can understand how much service you do and to what extent you study. It is not that Baba sits and knows that is inside each one of you. Baba would not sit and do that business. He is the knower of all secrets. He is the knowledgeful seed of the human world tree. He says that he knows the beginning, the middle, and the end of the human world and its main actor. The rest of creation is limitless. The word Janan Har, one who knows all secret, is very old. I teach you all the knowledge that I have, but I would not sit all day and watch that you do. I come to teach you easy knowledge and yoga. The father says, I have many children. I reveal myself to the children. All my business is wealth the children. I am the father of those who become my children. Only I can understand whether their child is a real one or a stepchild. Each one is studying. You should act on the basis of Srimad and become benefactor. You children understand the day of the Lord of the tree as the day of the Lord of Jupiter. As well as being Shiva, he is the Lord of the tree. The two are one and the same. Children start school on a Thursday, day of the Satguru. And so that is like adopting a guru, their teacher. For example, Monday is the day of Somnath, Lord of nectar. And so Shiv Baba gives you nectar to drink. In fact, his name is Shiva. But because he teaches you, he is called Somnath. Somnath is also called Rudra. He creates this sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra. And so he becomes the one who gives this knowledge. He has been given many names and an explanation is given of each one. Only this one, Yajna, has continued from the beginning. No one knows that everything of the whole old world is going to be sacrificed into this sacrificial fire. All human beings and everything else, including the elements, will be transformed. You children are going to see this. You have to become Mahabir, brave warrior, in order to see it No matter what happens, you must not forget Baba. Human being will continue to cry out in distress. First of all, explain to everyone, just think, in the golden age, there was just the one Bharat. There were very few human beings and there was only one religion. Now at the end of the Iron Age, there are so many religions. For how long will this continue? The golden age will definitely come after the Iron Age. Now who would establish heaven? Only the one Father is the creator. There is the establishment of the golden age and the destruction of the Iron Age. That destruction is standing in front of you. You have now received the knowledge of the past, present and future from the Father. You have to spin the discus of self-realization. Remember the Father and the Father creation. This is such an easy thing. Song, you are the ocean of love. On the picture, it is written ocean of knowledge, ocean of bliss. But you must definitely add the word ocean of love. The Father's praise is totally unique. By saying He is omnipresent, they finish His praise. Therefore, the word ocean of love must definitely be written. This is the love of the unlimited Mother and Father. It is of Him that they say, through your mercy, we receive limitless happiness. But they do not know this. Now the Father says, by knowing me, you will come to know everything. Only I explain the knowledge of the beginning, the middle and the end of the world. It is not just question of one birth, because He knows the past, present and future of the whole world. So how much should enter your intellect? Those who do not become soul conscious cannot imbibe this knowledge. Body consciousness has continued for the whole cycle. Even in the golden age, there is no knowledge of God. You forget the knowledge of God when you come down here to play your part. You do understand that a soul sheds a body and takes another. But there is no question of sorrow there. The Father praise is that He is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of love. The one drop is Maha Manmana Bhava and Madhyaji Bhava. By receiving this drop, you are able to go across the ocean of poison into the ocean of milk. People say that river of milk and ghee flow in heaven. All of that is just praise. How can there be river of milk and ghee? After a rainfall, only water would flow. Where would ghee come from? That is just an indication of the richness. You also understand what is known as heaven. Although there is a model of heaven in Ajmer, no one knows anything. You can explain to anyone and they will understand very quickly. Just as the Father has the knowledge of the beginning, the middle and the end of the world. In the same way, this should spin in the intellect of you children too. You have to give the Father's introduction. You have to relate His praise accurately. His praise is limitless. Not everyone can be the same. Each one has received this one part. As you go future, you will see happening in a practical way. Whatever Baba showed you happening in divine vision, He continued to give you vision of establishment and destruction. Arjuna was also granted vision which he later saw happening in a practical way. You too will see destruction with your physical eyes. You have had vision of paradise. Those visions will come to an end When you go there in a practical way, very good things are being explained, which you children have to explain to others. Brothers and sisters, come and claim your inheritance from Baba through this knowledge and yoga. Baba is correcting the invitation letter at the bottom. He signed it. We are present on godly service, using our mind, body and wealth for this task. As time goes by, there will be praise. Those who claim their inheritance a cycle ago will definitely come. However, you do have to make effort. Then your degree of happiness will gradually rise, and then happiness will remain stable and you will not wilt again and again. Many storms will come, but you have to overcome them. Continue to flow Srimad. Also stay in connection with others until you give Baba proof of some service. Baba cannot engage you fully in this service. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. We should say to the sweet Sai Baba, Om Shanti, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Essence for Dharana. Number 1. Pay full attention to Srimad and bring benefit to yourself and others. Be merciful and enable everyone to go on this true pilgrimage. Number 2. Follow every order the Father gives you. Definitely keep a chart of your remembrance and service. Spin the discuss of self-realization. Blessing, may you be a knower of all secrets, Rajyukt, tactful, Yogyukt, and an embodiment of yoga, Yogi Yukt, and please the Lord with your honest heart. Details. Bab Dada title are Dilwala, the conqueror of heart, and Dilara, the comforter of heart. The Lord is pleased with those who have honest heart. Those who remember the Father with their heart easily become the point firm. They especially become worthy of receiving the Father's blessing. According to the time and with the power of truth, they are hard work in a yukti manner and they automatically do everything accurately. You have pleased God and so every thought, word and action of yours are accurate. Such a soul become Rajayukta, Yukti Yukta and Yogi Yukta. Slogan. Remain constantly merged in the Father's love and you will be saved from many types of sorrow and deception. Om Shanti, sweet Sai Baba, Shukriya, Shukriya, Shukriya.